is riding into the bold, vibrant, and unforgettable city of Fort Worth, Texas. This year, you can join us at the exclusive Reward Roundup inside the Fort Worth Convention Center. It's your chance to lasso your seminar rewards and celebrate in true Texas style. We'll be recognizing achievers for Seminar Awards 2026, All-Star Star Consultant, Rise and Radiate, and our Mary Kay National Area VIPs. Then we'll gather family style at the Seminar Special Luncheon to honor our Cadillac units. Circle of Excellence Prestige and above units will receive VIP early entry, and Seminar 2026 $1 million units will have reserved seating. You don't want to miss this time filled with connection, inspiration, and heartfelt celebration. And get ready for the most exciting night of your life at the Seminar Award Show. Feel the electricity as the #1 NSD is revealed. Queens take their thrones, and dazzling production numbers light up the stage. It's a night you'll never forget, and a moment you'll want to be part of. And that's just the beginning. We'll also celebrate new sales directors, Cadillac units, and so many more throughout Seminar with powerful on-stage recognition moments you'll remember forever. All set against the backdrop of Fort Worth, where world-class dining, live music, rodeo culture, Western charm, and unforgettable fun with your Mary Kay family wait around every corner. So, pack your boots, bring your best, and join us in Fort Worth for Mary Kay Seminar 2026, where celebration, recognition, and inspiration shine brighter together. Seminar 2026. Don't just hear about it, be there.
Oh my God, I think I've seen that 10 times and I could see it 100 times more.
Alrighty, I'm trying to figure out how to stop sharing my screen. There we go. All right. Well, welcome everyone. I'm looking for my pom-pom. There it is. Woo! Okay.
I know I gotta go get my pom-pom. Lori, we need to get our pom-poms for next week.
Yeah.
So I just have mine on my desk here so that I know it's whenever it's in my reach. Okay. Oh, Lori's all prepared. Good job. Okay. Well, let's talk about some recognition. You guys should know the drill by now. What were your sales for the week, your faces, your bookings? How did it go? Anything you're excited about that you want to share?
Type in the chat, ladies. Let's see.
Yeah. While everyone's calculating or typing in, I just want to say that for those of you who would love to be at Seminar, especially those of us who are on the West Coast, now is the time to start saving and figuring out the flight. And we don't know our hotel yet, I guess. But so, okay, I just would love to share in the olden days what we used to do, Let me just say, for right now, there are 2 apps. One is called, one's not an app, but one is an app. The Acorns app. There's something called Acorns. Just somebody put a thumbs up or something if you know about the Acorns app. Anybody know?
I believe it's Acorn, ACORN.
Oh, one corn, Acorn.
I think.
Just Acorn, not.
Yeah, I was actually trying to upload it today.
Were you? Oh,
my
good.
daughter has it.
Okay, so you can look up Acorn app.
And I think there's like a $2 or $3 monthly fee, right?
Well, I mean, they put it in your account. It's let's see. Oh, there. Okay. Anyways, Acorn, ACORN. Look it up. The other thing is, if you see a good flight and you want to jump on it, but you maybe don't have the funds, there you can sometimes put it on something called Affirm. I'll type these both in the chat.
Affirm or small micro loans. And here's the deal. If they approve you for an Affirm loan, you've got 48 hours to spend that money. So if they approve you for a $400 Affirm loan, you've got 48 hours to use the account number they give you to get your ticket. But I will tell you, Southwest just sent me an email this afternoon saying they're having a sale on flights. So you could check Southwest.
Yeah. And Affirm does have an app as well. looks like that.
There you go.
So
And seminar starts on the 14th, but I believe we're flying in on day 0, and I believe it's the 14th, 15th, and 16th. So you'll go the 13th through the 16th, I believe.
Right. Okay.
And we
here.
can confirm those dates with our national journalists.
In the olden days, we used to have a can and we labeled it I can. And we would put our
Lori,
money.
you're so cute.
Sorry. Okay.
No, I literally would go into my online, because at the time we didn't do online banking, but I'd go into my bank and say, can I open up a separate savings account? I said, can you put $10 in the savings account? It's like every time I made a deposit, I would take a percentage of my sales. Like if I deposited 3 checks from customers that totaled 300, I'd say, can you take $30 and put it in this account? And at the end, you don't realize how much you're saving. 10 here, 20 there, 30 here. All of a sudden you have hundreds of dollars in there to be able to do that. So yeah, it just helps you. The only thing, you don't have to pay for hotel yet. You don't have to pay for meals yet. We just got to get your airfare and get you registered. So I'd love to hear some successes. Janine, how did you do 202 reorders? Are you able to unmute?
I had an online order and my mom reordered.
Okay, was it on my shop? You don't know who it is?
It's my normal girl that reorders.
Okay.
She only buys like eye makeup remover and micellar water, like every 6 months.
Okay.
But she reordered, so I'm guessing she got it off of my shop because it showed up on my
But it did
email.
show you her name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So good for you. So 200 in reorders. Great. Carrie, share with us what happened with you with your My Shop. Carrie had a $640 week, but some of it was My Shop. Check this out. Carrie, tell us what happened.
Yeah, it was 400 and I don't know, $50 or something on my shop. So, and no name, nothing.
So Carrie just had somebody spend $400 with her. So $200. Carrie did no work, zero, and they put $200 instantly in her account. That's her profit, you guys. So what I'm telling you is that when people type in on Mary Kay, I want somebody in Antioch, it's going to pull up 70 within a 70-mile radius of Antioch. So if Carrie lives in, let's say this client lives in Antioch and she's looking for somebody hopefully local, she'll type in Antioch and it's going to pull up everybody within a 70-mile radius and they can pick whoever they want. So somebody picked Carrie. Probably she's got a cute smile, cute picture, whatever. They picked her. They spent
I do have a picture.
$400. And guess what? It got directly shipped from Mary Kay to her client. So
now,
that's
let me tell you something else too, is because of cookies and things that are stored in your browser, once they've bought from you, whenever they go onto marykay.com, your page is the one that's going to come up first. And
nice.
Cool.
they're actually going to have to work hard to find another consultant.
Yay.
It works for me. About a whole repair
Yeah, when
set.
Carrie, yeah.
I'm perfectly happy. And then I
Nice.
sold more chemo packs.
Okay, and how did you do that?
The polka dots.
Okay, so you went to them and talked to them.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie, how many chemo packages are you up to?
I think I have 40 right now.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so exciting to deliver. I've got 35 here at my house that I'm probably going to drop off Thursday, and then we can make yours up and take them in a week or two. But we still need 30 or 40 more. So anybody else who wants to keep reaching out to the community. All right, and Lori did 2 new faces, 3 new warm chats, 420 retail, 1 booking, 4 scavenger hunt leads. So Lori, I'm curious, where did you do your warm chatter when you're out walking? You guys, you should really, if you live anywhere near Lori, you should really go out and follow her around because she's amazing.
You'll have to get up early. Okay.
Do you walk around with a pad of paper in your back pocket? Like, what do you write on?
No,
Okay.
no, we don't write. We do not write. No,
Oh, you pull out your phone and text her.
we phone. And usually I'm gooing and goggling over their dogs. Sorry, but it's just the truth. And and so I have them, this is how I do it. I have them put in the number and then I text them to say hi so they know it's me. And I know because one time actually this was at the airport. I was waiting for a plane and I was talking to a woman and she did put in her phone number. It was not the correct phone number. I think she did it on purpose. So And that's, if she didn't want to give me her number, she didn't have to, but I don't know. Some people do interesting things. Um, and then, so if they give me their number, then I have them put it in and I send them right then. I send them, hi, it's me. And then I say, did you get that? Because I want to make sure. I want to
Well,
make
if their
sure.
phone doesn't ding, then they didn't give you the right number.
Well, yeah. And then it's okay. If they don't want to give me their number, fine. It's all right. Not everybody wants to share their number. It's fine. So, but at least it gets the transaction done. I do not have papers all over. I did get one paper lead yesterday. She wrote it. She chose to write it. Well, she was waiting on me actually. She chose to write it on their store card, and so I took it, and you guess what? I did not want to have papers flying around. So I took a picture of it. Yeah. So that's what
There you
I
go.
do.
Whatever your system is, just make sure you have a system. When I'm out and about, I get a lot of business cards from people, like this woman I just met, and she was embarrassed because she's 27. She just started selling Aflac insurance, has no idea to network, no idea how to market herself, scared to death. She goes, I'm young, no one takes me seriously. So I got her name and number, and I immediately come home because I throw the cards away and I put them on these kind of sheets. So I just log them in, put like where I met her, that kind of thing, and then I just get rid of it. Otherwise, I lose stuff. So nice.
And then there's some people I track down, like Robia,
Hey, I
right?
get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So that's great. All right. So is anything else anybody else is proud of they want to share? Any other excitements? We had 200 reorders with Janine. We had Carrie with 642 faces, 2 bookings. Anybody else practice on any faces? Marty, go for it.
So I was overseas and I started talking about Mary Kay. And I was able
While you were in
to,
Barcelona?
yeah, when I was in Barcelona at a racetrack and people was complaining about the heat and how their skin was. And I pull up my sample and I share with them. And I'm going to ship an order to them. They actually live in the US. So we just happened to meet there. And I did not know I was going to get a client there.
That's why
And that
you
was,
always go prepared. You just never know.
We had a question, Diane, if those sheets, those follow-up sheets are on your boards.
So the follow-up sheets meaning what? The
The
sheets
ones
that I
that you
log.
put your leads on.
Yeah, and I don't want to float show this because YouTube will have a fit. But it's yes, it's already on there. The sheets, these are really designed for something else. But I put their name in here, their phone number, and then these little triangles. I use those as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I'll contact them 8 times, and if they don't respond after 8 attempts, then I just cross the lead out. I don't after 8, I'm done. So it might be text, phone call, voice message, text until they tell me go away or they answer my phone or whatever. So yeah, these sheets are actually on boards under masters for booking, selling, and closings. They are on there. As far as the DISC training stuff, that is not on there, but it will be. So all right. So what sample did you give out in Spain? What did you travel with, Marty?
I had the gel mask with
Okay.
me. I had the skincare, normal to dry and regular no, oily, normal to oily, and I also had the charcoal mask. And
Okay.
the lady shared with her husband the charcoal mask, and the next day she's like, "I love this," and I was like, "Okay, I'm sending you that." And also, she went around and talked about it to other people, and so it became a thing. So
That's
hopefully
good.
hopefully we connect for like a pampering session for all of them and virtually because they don't live near me. So yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so let's go over upcoming events and stuff that's going on. So you guys, in case you didn't know, I mean, I can't imagine you don't know, but you probably all know, there's over 60 items going up in price next month. So please, please make sure you talk to your team members. Let them know it's better to buy low and sell high. So like the repair set's going up $5. I make remember like mascaras, lipsticks, a lot of products going up, vitamin C serum. So just make sure that if you once you talk to your team that they know that their orders go in this month, they're buying at the cheaper price, especially if they're doing it for personal use or whatever. Um, and some of you already also remember that I shared the other day that Richard passed away, Mary Kay's son, and they had a memorial for him. And the corporate building went up for sale the very next day, but it has nothing to do with Richard. The building is too big, and We don't need all that land. So I just want you to know the company's in great shape. So don't worry about that part. Okay, so let's talk about events. Lori, are you doing events or is Melanie?
I will. I'm so excited. Unless
Okay,
Melanie, you can jump in too.
Okay.
So tomorrow,
I know I'm working on it.
thank you so much. We love, we love our speaker tomorrow night. It is none other than Miranda Reigns, former Miss Texas, East Texas, whatever Texas she was. Not yet, Melanie, but you can do that, please. Thank you. And she is going to, oh, Lenore. Yes, Lenore wanted to share. So anyway, yeah, because yes, anyway. So right after this, maybe she can pop in. What Miranda is going to be doing is sharing what looks best on your body type. Have you ever thought about that? And if you have clients or friends who you think would enjoy hearing about it, simplifying, putting your wardrobe together and knowing what you look best in, this is the night. Invite, invite. Okay. Yes, she's fabulous and she's so sweet. I love how she talks. She says, and if you are an apple-shaped friend, then
So do we have a sample text, Lori, that we can put in the chat? We were talking about doing that tonight.
yes, we were talking about doing that tonight, but I couldn't think of one, Diane, that was polite enough. So
Okay, let's come up with one, you guys, right now. I'm going to type it in the chat. What are we going to say? What are we going to text out to our friends?
You're very good at this, Diane. You do this
No, I'm not.
all the time. You're very good at it.
What, you guys help me out here. Unmute and tell me what we should put in this text that we're going to send out to two friends. I was going to put, can you guys see what I'm doing right now?
No, you have to send it first.
No, okay. So I was going to say, I'm curious, do you?
That's good. I'm curious. That's a great way to start. I'm curious.
What clothes in your closet are?
I threw my standard one. I send that one for everything.
There you go. That's polite. That's polite.
But I like the idea of, I want to hear what Diane has to say about making it specifically for this type event.
How about just in there add, we're going to have a super fun information Zoom event tomorrow. And then just say it's going to be about all the clothes you might be able to pair with your Mary Kay. And if you have questions about what you should wear, this is the time.
Oh, so good, Lenore.
Lenore, type that in the chat, please.
Okay.
She's so good. Here, she's our Texas gal.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you ever wonder what clothes and what clothes actually flatter your body shape?
Can you listen to Lenore for just a second here?
Yeah, I just wanted to crow a little bit. Lori knows what's going on in my life, and I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm going to talk all positive. But today I was out, and everywhere I went, and I got this from Eva Duran, director in San Antonio, who I was with at career conference. She just says to people, so when's the last time you used Mary Kay? She doesn't say, have you ever? She just says, when is the last time you've used it? Oh,
that's great. You guys write that down.
I loved it. It worked so well for me. And one lady said, oh, I tried. I said, would you be interested in trying it again? No, thank you. I said, great. Thank you so much for your time. My second one was Lori. I met a dog. I love the dog. The mother was gorgeous. She gave me her number. I sent her the e-catalog. I love sending out the e-catalog. Tonight was the first time I did it. And the second one was I was picking up sandwiches and I was being a dork about using the app for the company. And this girl I finally sat down and drank some water, and she was so patient with me. And I finally got my order in, and I walked up and I picked up my order and I said, "So, what's the last time you used Mary Kay?" And she kind of tilted her head and went, "Mary Kay?" And I said, "Yeah, the stuff your grandmother probably used." Now, Lori said, I wouldn't maybe use the grandmother thing, but the girl was really young. She was in her 20s probably. And if she tilted her head at Mary Kay, it's like, are they still in business? She didn't say that, but, and I gave her a sample. I had the four in one sample in my purse.
You're the
And
girl.
yes, thank you. I'm ordering more samples, and it, I am. I won't go any more into that, but thank you for giving me some time.
Of course. So you
Great
guys, we've got a
job.
couple different samples here in the chat section. If you look at this, Melanie says, "Hey, whatever her name is, we have a super fun and informative Zoom event tomorrow night, and I'd love to have you as my guest. May I send you the link?" Doesn't really tell her much, but I guess that's the whole point. And she's trying to see, does she bite? Like, well, what's it all about or whatever, right? I asked you a question. And mine is a little bit longer. It says, "I'm curious, do you ever wonder what clothes in your closet are actually flattering on your body shape? Well, can you be a virtual guest tomorrow? We have a professional stylist that'll give us all the tips. Plus, we're giving away $400 of Kate Spade, Michael Kors, and MK goodies to the guests. Want to jump on with me?" So that's a possibility. Um, so I want you guys to take these. Hey, super fun event.
Oh,
Learn
that's great,
what clothes
Carrie.
work for you. See, that's the much shorter version of my long rambling message. Hey, super fun event. You could say even, hey, super fun virtual events. They don't think they have to go on, they don't have to go somewhere. So you could take Carrie's and say, hey, super fun virtual event. Learn what clothes work for you. Want more details?
Or you could go for your body type, but I didn't want to go into body type. That's why I just said what worked for you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do not understand
Well,
how
I
that
noticed if
works.
you end with a text or end with a question, like I'm on my mind, it says want to jump on with me, but on Carrie's it says learn what clothes work for you. And you could even say, learn what clothes work for you, and then say, would you like more details?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Want
exactly.
more details?
It's
Because then they're
more
gonna
just
say,
to tell them what it is and then have them go, oh, I want what's going on? What is it?
yeah,
Because see, a lot of people want to dress but don't know how to dress.
yeah. Well, and the other thing is
So
you could take mine and literally take out the middle sentences. I'm curious, do you ever wonder what clothes in your closet are actually flattering on your body? And then you could go straight into the can you be a virtual guest tomorrow? We're giving away a bunch of stuff. Do you want more details? You don't have to say that we have a professional stylist coming or all that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would really love you guys to take a screenshot of either any one of these, and one of your challenges is going to be to text it to a minimum of 2 people as soon as we end the meeting. Like literally. So I don't care if it's mine, Melanie's, a combination, Carrie's. I think Carrie's is great. It's super short, which I think is helpful. Um, Anybody else have a suggested invite they want? Yeah, you can say, would you like more? I just say, would you like more details and the flyer? And here's who I send this to is I have a couple girlfriends that are just like they're really into clothing, really into clothing. And I think it would be great to have them on just because who doesn't want to go into their closet and pull something out that literally is flattering. So if they say, "Oh, well, if you're pear shaped, if you're flat chested and bigger hipped, wear lots of ruffles and V-necks," I'm like, "Bring it on." But if they say you're very big and busty, it's like they say do not wear ruffles and all that stuff. So, it's nice to know what's flattering. So,
Well, it's
thank you.
also nice to know that she is an expert.
Yes, a professional at that. So, all right, Lori,
And
are we going to
also,
go down?
you can be not thrilled with the current body that you have, but you can still learn how to dress it to its best. So to your best advantage. And she's really good at that. There's no shaming. It's just, she'll just say, you might
Yes,
want to
and
join
she
us.
says that
it
too.
is what
This is
it
not
is.
shame, it's
Yep.
just information.
Yep.
Okay, generations.
Oh, am I going back to screen share? I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this video that we closed, and now I'm trying to find it again because that's going to be the next thing. So I should have somebody else screen
Okay,
share. But
while you're
uh,
finding that, Melanie can talk about the preferred customer program. Oh my goodness, so important.
Yes,
well,
and the
you guys,
date
I
is
do want to make sure
coming.
that you guys wait. Hold on a second, you two. We want to definitely just share this because it is multi-generational, and we I don't think we've ever had three generations on a Thursday night event. We've had mothers and daughters, but Jesse Hughes Logan is a retired national. Her daughter is Brenda Fenner, who joined to make beer money for in college. That's literally why she joined. And then her daughter now, Caitlin, who is Jesse Hughes Logan's granddaughter. So you've got three generations, very, very rare. So if you have a mom, I don't care what the age of her kids, but if you've got a mom, she'll relate to this. So who could you have on tomorrow night that would be curious at
Thursday.
once?
Thursday.
I'm sorry, Thursday. Yes. Okay. And then the following week, these are not able to be bought, they're not able to be ordered or anything, but we decided to get some inside scoop from corporate on how they are going to match and how they are going to work. And so you'll have the ability to hear that both in English and in Spanish. And that'll be coming up next week. All right, so Melody, go ahead while I find the video. Go
Yes,
talk about
preferred
PCP.
customer program. So if you've already enrolled, raise your hand. I would love to applaud you on that because this is such an easy way. Good job. An easy way to boost your business. It's inexpensive. For 95 cents per name, the company will send out the new catalog with a sample inside, and on the back there's a message from you. And it is just such an awesome, special way for your customers to get the information. And I know that when these go out, then you also are prompted to contact them. But a lot of times they'll contact you. They get excited when they see it. They'll contact you. The last one had the sample of the hydrating cream mask. I got so many people said, I tried that. I have to have it. So it's great. And the cool thing is when you do this, you get early ordering privileges, even if you only submit one name. So if you're a new consultant and you don't have a whole bunch of customers, put your, one or two names, have a couple sent to yourself as a, just say to my, preferred customer, and then you'll have them on hand that you can hand to somebody with the sample inside. The reason I wanted to make sure we brought it up is because the deadline is the 17th. Last week I lied.
Friday.
The 16th. Yeah.
Right.
And
Friday.
So you guys
But
pretend it's this Thursday.
pretend it's
Okay.
Thursday because sometimes they run out of the books with the samples. And so then the book will go out, but it won't have the sample in it.
Yes.
So tell yourself that the deadline is Thursday.
Yep. And I was like kind of woke because we just got back. We were out of town for a funeral, got back late last night, and I kind of woke up in the middle of the night and said, I haven't done preferred customer program yet. So that's one thing I'm doing when we get done with this. Because you also get early ordering privileges. So.
And Melanie,
Right.
can you also mention that because a lot of consultants, in fact, a lot of my top director friends, they all send like 3 or 4 copies to themselves. They have like customer 1, customer 2, customer.
Yep. That is something, have it sent to yourself. And then like when you run into someone, you're warm chatting them, you can hand them a catalog with a sample that has the special message from you with your information on it. So it's all there. And it's only 95 cents per name. I know I said that. The books, if you buy a package of 10, they're 45 cents each. And it costs over $1 to
Shipping
mail
is
it.
way more expensive than that.
Yes, it's over $1 to mail it. So
and if you do, I just put awesome customer or beautiful customer or something like that, so it says something on the back of it. But I do the same thing. I send like 3 or 4 to me so I have them.
Because they have the free sample inside too.
Yeah.
Yep. Sandy asks, is there a limit to how many you can send to ourselves? No, as long as you pay for it.
You pay for them, so.
Yep. That's a good question though. But yeah, it's a great idea. I usually, we get one, you also do get one sent to you when you enroll. So that's part of the benefit of enrolling is you get one. How do we find it to order? It is in on Mary Kay in Touch. It's under business tools and it will say preferred customer program. So that
You're
drop
welcome to
down
screen
menu
share
for
that if you
business.
want to show them how to do that. You guys, and
I think,
so if you've got,
yeah.
you can put everybody, in fact, you could even do that tonight is go into my customers. If you've been hand delivering product and not creating an invoice, probably none of your customers' addresses in there. In fact, you might not even have customers' addresses, in which case you want to text them tonight and say, hey, give me your mailing address.
Okay, so I'll just share this real quick. Here we are, Zoom.
I cannot
Share.
find this. I cannot find this video to save my soul, you guys, and I had it pulled up here.
And I see, and Carrie's waving her hand, so she's got something to say.
No, you know what I do when I take orders just from walking around or whatever, and you don't know them? I tell them purposely, put your address up here, and I will send you a catalog. And I tell them exactly why I'm doing it. It gets samples in it, and you get 4 catalogs. That's it, all year long. So
Okay. So when you log into InTouch, this is what you would see. And here under business tools, scroll down here, preferred customer program, and you can create your customer list. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. You can enroll now. You can quick enroll customers that have already signed up for you. So there's several options here, but that's where you're going to go is under the business tools preferred customer program. So let's see.
And you guys, if they don't buy from you once or twice, don't take them off. Leave them on to get a minimum of 4 catalogs and call them. Because I will tell you, when I don't call, I still get reorders. But when I call, oh my gosh, it's like triple because they're like, oh, I've been meaning, like I called a gal today and because I happened to be going near her neighborhood up in Rossmore tomorrow. And I said, hey, Sharon, do you need anything? She goes, I'm so glad you called. I need a travel set. I need a moisturizer and I want 3 eyeliners and I need eye makeup removers. So it turned into like a almost $100 reorder. She's busy. She's retired. She's 70 something. She's not. She just yeah. So by me calling her though, it made all the difference in the world. Okay. Anybody have questions for Mel on that? Y'all are easy. Okay. Look at that. All right, Lori, I'm going to have you actually, because I literally cannot find this video. I'm going to keep looking for it, but do you want to go ahead? So you guys, boot camp tonight. Did we cover everything, you guys? Melanie and Lori? Yes? Okay. So our training on boot camp tonight is all on sharing the opportunity and adding team members. Who wants to add team members? Anybody want to add team members other than me? Melanie does, Lori does, Carrie does. Okay, all of you guys are, oh, look at it, put my hand up all by itself. So here's what I'm going to share with you. It's a layering process. So I'm going to share one thing and then Lori's going to take over. One of the things I do, it's like when I sell in sets, is how do I set myself up to sell in sets? Is I put a placemat flipped upside down with a closing sheet that has sets. I put a miracle set or the repair in the center of the table in front of them. Okay, again, selling in sets. Well, the opportunity is the same. If I was the flight attendant and Lori walked on the plane, she's going on vacation with Larry, and Lori's dressed really cute and she's got this super bubbly personality and this $1 million smile, I'd say, Lori, I just say, well, I won't know her name, obviously, if I'm the flight attendant. I'd say, hi, well, welcome to United Airlines. And I say, you look super sharp. You know, you seem like you've got a great personality. You might think this is crazy, but why don't you watch what I do during the flight? I think you'd be a great flight attendant. And Lori just sends her and looks at her and looks at Larry and goes, we're going on a vacation. Like this lady's crazy. But guess what Lori does during the entire flight? The entire flight, Lori's looking at her and saying to Larry, I could do what that lady's doing. Coffee, tea, water, like I could do this, right? Even though Lori might not be interested by being asked, she's going to watch what Lori does. So back in the day, Mary Kay used to tell us to do exactly that, to plant that seed. So Lori, take it away, share with them what you do, and then I'll find this video.
Okay, but Renetta has her hand up.
Oh, Renetta, did you want to share or are you saying you want to add team members?
Oh no, I just was saying I want to add team members.
That a girl. That a girl. Well, now's the time.
There you go. Okay. All right. Just curious. Okay. So we have been talking about sharing the products during an appointment or a skin pampering experience or a skincare class or a party. And so what Diane was going to find, or hopefully will find, is the video of someone sharing during the process of this skincare experience about the Mary Kay opportunity. And I can just go through it like, from the Mrs. Cab. Is that what you wanted me to do, Diane?
No, I mean, whatever. I mean, you can screen share this whole thing. I just can't screen share it and then look for the video, but it talks all. I'm just in the module of MK Confident, all about
Oh, I
team building.
see.
There's all kinds of stuff in
Good.
here.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So,
But you can share what you do, Laura. If you do an individual facial on somebody that you've met walking around, like how do you weave? Because I already know you've decided, oh, I want that lady on my team. So how do you implement that?
I should ask Robiha. How did I implement it, Robiha? I don't remember. You know what? I will tell. Okay, the first thing I do, honestly, I'm going to be very transparent here. I mean, the crude word is to say gut honest, but transparent, I will say instead, is I honestly pray and ask God to please put me in touch with the people that I'm supposed to be speaking with. Because you know what? There are thousands of women out there and they all have skin. And I just happen to believe that there are some people assigned to you. And so I just want to be aware of who might be assigned to me. So, that's my first suggestion is listen to what God is telling you, because he will tell you if you ask. So that's my first thing. And I'm just being transparent here.
Mm-hmm.
So then, we've learned so many techniques in sharing bits and pieces of information. But also, I think it's a matter of seeing the potential in people when they may or may not see it for themselves. So, but I think that also has to do with praying and asking God, to give you insight. And also, Mary Kay used to affirm women's intuition. And she would say, now women have intuition and they kind of know things. And so if you get the feeling that maybe somebody, you would love them on your team, then what you do is you think about what Diane taught, right? The DISC. What, and then I'm somebody's going to have to, I'm not, let me just say that teaching is not my forte. Diane is a teacher. I don't know what I am, but I just
Don't apologize. You are doing a great job.
You're phenomenal, Lori.
I'm just sharing what I know and do. So anyway, I guess Robiha doesn't want to speak, but that's fine. She doesn't have to. So if it's within the context of a skincare experience, then what some directors and consultants do is they share something called Mrs. Cab, and it's all about the acronym that spells out Mrs. Cab. So, for example, you think about the first letter is M, and I'm just going to write this, Mrs. Cab. Okay.
This is hysterical. I'm even on YouTube and I can't find it. I am just getting super frustrated.
Just take a deep breath, Diane. It'll be fine.
I know, but I had this up and.
So, Melanie, maybe you can help me by typing in the Mrs. Cab.
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, why don't you get them to guess, Lori? What do you guys think the M stands for?
That's a teacher. A teacher would do that. That's very teacher-like. That's very good. What do you think the M stands for? What do you think the M stands for, people?
Money.
Money. That's right. So Yes, M equals money. So some people come in to Mary Kay and they come in because they really need the money or they want to earn some more money. They can use the money. And of course, Janice will say, or whoever, some people will say, and if people say they don't need money, then they maybe tell fibs about other things too. But then if they have enough money, then there's always things to give money to, right? So anyway, people come in to make money. So another a reason people might come in is because they, should we have them guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Recognition.
Recognition.
That's
Okay.
me. My
And
eye.
my eye personality knew the answer to that, recognition. And Mary Kay would say that, some women haven't received a round of applause since they've graduated high school. And women love to be recognized. They want to be recognized for the good things they've done. So, what are some of the ways that Mary Kay recognizes us? Oh my goodness. There are rings you can earn. There are trips you can earn. There are prizes you can earn. There is praise you can earn. There are bling badges you can wear. There's star consultant prizes you can earn. So anyway, did I leave anything out? Friends, yes, friends. Okay, so that's great, Lenore. You put friends, and that could go with S, which is self-development, right? And then what else does that? Yes, thank you, self-development. There's another thing for S, right? Where are the tax advantages?
Sisterhood. Sometimes sisterhood comes in as the S.
Sisterhood is great. So self-development. But you know what? Mary Kay is the best environment to develop oneself. It's a safe place. We all help each other. Mary Kay always said, you have an idea and I have an idea, and we each give each other the ideas because then both of us have two. But if I have an idea and you have an idea and we both keep our own ideas, then we both only have one. So it makes more sense to share ideas. And so we love doing that and we love supporting women. Okay. C is cars. And you can earn cars in Mary Kay. And my goodness, Janice always says at the sharing events, she has people put, if you did not have a car payment and you didn't have car insurance and you didn't have car registration, how much money would you save each month? And then people put in, and then she points out, of course, that she hasn't had a car payment since she was, who knows, 23 or something. And so over the years, it has added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. She saved her family by earning and driving a Mary Kay car. Okay. So then here comes the tax advantages, right, Melanie? Yes. Advantages. So you can have tax advantages by being in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you can write off just a lot of things. Say you want to take a trip to visit a cousin or a relative or something in another state, and you need to take her product, and maybe she will set up a skincare experience for you. Excuse me, where you're going, you can write off part of that trip. And then I know there's this one sales director who she had a video before videos were popular. And she always told us that when she went on vacation, she would do, and I can't remember the order. She either did beach in the morning and the skincare experiences in the afternoon, or vice versa. And so she did her business every day, but she had a blast doing it. And she had so much fun. And she wrote off the entire trip because she did business every single day. So that was fun for her.
Also under advantages, you can also put being your own boss, because for a lot of people right now, that's very much a hot button, especially if they've got children. And it's all about being your own boss and not having someone else,
Well, that's the B. Diane, isn't it? Cab? The cab.
Um,
That's the B in cab.
Well, but the advantages could be, yeah, advantages could be tax advantages, flexibility,
Oh,
all that
flexibility.
stuff.
That's right,
ano-
flexibility. Because Diane has this bag she loves to carry around. And so I don't know, you have play money, right? And then you have, forgot what the recognition was, like a diamond ring or something. And but anyway, by the time the advantages come, she has like a Barbie doll that's very flexible and she can do the splits and all of that. And so that's supposed to stand for flexibility. Um, and
Lori,
oh, S2 stood for support because Diane
Mhm.
likes to carry around a bra.
So, Lori, I can't find the video. I've given up, but I have other
Okay.
things I can show you.
I
But
think
so
another
there's so
advantage
some of you might be
about
asking yourself,
TNL
so where do I share the opportunity? Because you've got these four women around the table. You don't know them. Maybe you met one 2 days ago or at a booth event or a bridal fair, and you're there to say, "Do you guys want to join my team?" And they might go, "Are you just here to recruit me?" Like, do you understand like the vibe that you might be giving off might be like, "I just want to sign you up." So you don't want to do that. Depending on their DISC personality that we talked about, it's finding a fun way. Now, what I will tell you is at a party, you don't want to be like the insurance person up there with the flip chart going, wah, wah, like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, wah, wah. And they're just like done, right? So there's a couple of things. What Lori's talking about is we should do this at the training center all the time. Is I had a black bag, and literally while the guests were in the other room getting a makeover, I would say we'd have one director with tickets. So let's say Carrie's in there with a roll of tickets, and I'd say, okay, you guys, I'm going to pull a prop out of here, and I'm looking for a specific word. There might be more than one word, but I'm looking for a specific word that this stands for, and whoever gets it right gets the ticket. And I'd pull out a bra, and somebody would say boob job, and I'm like, okay, no, that's not what we're going for. And someone else would say new lingerie, and then somebody eventually would say support. I go, great, you get the ticket, support. And it was just a fun, crazy thing. They learned more, and it stuck in their brain for flex. So if you're writing this down, here's like 6 or 7 things you could do. You could put a money bag in or literally go get $100 bill. Depends on whether you want to really like invest in $100 bill and be kicking around. But or a money bag, or maybe even you can get a fake $1 million bill. So money is a big thing. For recognition, I gave them either you could get like a ring at the Dollar Tree that's like those big gaudy rings. You could talk about that. Or if you've earned any jewelry from the company, you could have that on, sales court rings, whatever. So recognition. I also have a sash that I got from either seminar or career conference. It could say the queen or princess or whatever, but a sash is fun, or a tiara. So those are all recognition things, or a clapper, the plastic clappers, all recognition. S is for self-esteem or self-confidence. So honestly, I put a mirror and I go, what do you think this represents? And they'll go, a mirror. And I say, yeah. And what am I doing with the mirror? They go, you're looking at yourself. So it might be self-development. It might take them, or you could get a little book on self-development or something, but that is on growing yourself, right? And then I always put Mrs. FCAB. So F stands for friends and fun. So I would pull out like a picture of like 5 or 6 girls all with their arms around each other, kind of having fun and being goofy. So that could be however you want to represent friends and fun. And then flexibility. I had an old Barbie, it was my daughter's, and I took it. And you know how you can bend Barbie's legs like a way that nobody naturally could bend their legs? I'd say, what do you guys think this? Or I'd bend her backwards. I said, what do you guys think this is? They'd always get it right. Flexibility. If you don't have a Barbie, get a rubber band and just say, what do you think this is? And they stretch it. Flexibility, super easy. Exactly. And then also the B in cab, it could be your own boss, and I would have a clip-on tie. And then sometimes I would bring a little diaper, like a little, like a little infant disposable diaper, and I'd say, what is this? They go, time with your children. I go, no. I said, that's good. Keep going. And so sometimes after like a minute, if they don't get it, you can say what it is, but the diaper represented change. And I said, Mary Kay tells us we can't keep doing what we're doing and expect different results. We have to change something. And so people would go, And then I pulled out a 1040 tax form and I said tax deductions. I'm able to write off my manicures because I have a YouTube channel. I'm able to write off my housekeeper, like whatever it is that you tax write off or whatever advantages there are. And so even if you pick 8 things, just 8 props, money, something with recognition. Oh, and I got a little red Hot Wheel because at the time Mary Kay had red cars, and I had a little Hot Wheel car, and I said, what do you think this represents? The car you can earn, and Mary Kay pays 80% of your insurance, blah, blah, blah. Well, what ends up happening is one is they want to win a ticket. They don't really care what the prize is. They just want more tickets than the friend next to them. That's the bottom line with women. They just want more tickets. it makes it very memorable for them. And I'd say, so some of the women join for, oh, I always do this. I will pull out a piece of product, pretend this is cleanser. I'd say, and I pull this out and I said, why do you think people, what do you think this represents? And they said, the product. I said, yes, the fact that I get a 50% discount. And they're all like, what? And so you throw it all back in the bag. And I say, okay, so I'm curious. Go around and just shout out really quick, what are the two things that impressed you the most? And they'll say money and friends. I'd say, what do you need the most in your life? Money. Money was almost in everybody's. Money and friends, money self-development, money and support. And hopefully somebody's taking notes because they're basically telling you why you're going to add them to your team. If she says money and self-development, sign her up. Like, this isn't hard. But by doing something fun like that, it's so non-serious. So if you tend to be a little bit more on the serious side, you could have a lot of fun with this. And you could get a cute little, I wouldn't get anything hard shell. I would get like a cute little canvas bag and just put all the props in there, a ring, a tiara, a rubber band, a bra, whatever. But I'll tell you what, it makes it memorable. People always want to play a game. And a lot of people say, what was the most fun tonight? That crazy game we played in the other room with all the bras and the props. People literally would say that at the close of our meeting. That was their most fun. So, but it makes it for those of you who want to team build, try it. Just put a bag together. You could literally get all these props at the Dollar Tree. Go find one of your significant other or a son's tie. If you need a clip-on tie, they sell them at Kmart or Walmart. And put a bag together. Melanie or Lori, really quick, do you want to share at all about different ways that you share the career opportunity in a facial or skincare class?
One of the things I learned from, I think it was Sherry Black, and she just kept it. She had 4 things that started with F. So finances, fun, freedom and flexibility, friends, and
Finances, friends. What was the other one? Oh, freedom.
Freedom and flexibility, and
How fun.
I think it was just fun. Yeah, and it was just an easy, kind of an easy way. You could kind of go to the different.
There you go.
But
That's
it's quick.
That's the easier, more simplified version of what I was doing. And so if you guys don't want it to take a lot of time, the charcoal mask takes 10 minutes to dry. So that's a great, very simplified version of that, Mel. Another great idea is to also, Janice does this at her close. So she pulls out the placemat that has the sets on it, right? And she goes, well, there's 3 ways to get Mary Kay products. And you guys, you could all incorporate this tonight, like tonight or tomorrow at your facial. And you could see, she goes, so one way is this. And she holds up a closing sheet, right? And she says, and here are the sets for tonight, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't do a lot of blah, blah, blah. She gets to the point because she's a D. And then she says, the second way to get products is to become a hostess. Your consultant will give you all the details, but if you have 3 or more of your friends over, you can get a half off shopping spree. It's super fun, super easy to do. So, and you can get a half off shopping spree and free product. But if you're really interested in a half off shopping spree and you'd like something, maybe more income, then the third option is to do this. And she literally pulls up a color picture, and I can go grab mine, of the starter bag. So if you don't have a really nice color photo of the starter bag, I highly suggest you print one out. We've got them on boards. They're on the Mary Kay website. If you need one, email your director or text your director. And she holds that up. And she said, it's only $35 to start a Mary Kay business. You can get the $90 bag as well, or you could work just virtually. So you have options, but it's only $35 to start. And she says, so I hope you decide to do one of those 3. So between all of us, we're looking for either a customer, a hostess, or a team member, right? Because when they leave, you want them to be one of those 3. So on your close, you could do something as much as, so Lori, I hope you had fun tonight. How's your face feel? And you could say, so I'm curious, Lori, which one are you going to be? Would you like to be a client? I'll take care of you forever. Would you like to be a hostess as well? And are you thinking maybe you want the forever 50% off and you want to be a team member?
That one. That's the one I want.
See, you guys, and when we get in our heads about how difficult sharing the opportunity is, it's really not. We just make it feel difficult. So anybody else want to share? Anybody who has team build or added a team member or share the opportunity? Carrie, were you going to say something, babe, or no? No, okay. Anybody else want to share how they're closing or how they're sharing the career opportunity with people? Anything that's been effective? Melanie, anything else you want to share, Lori?
One of the things I like to ask people is, if you were to start your Mary Kay business, what do you think would make you a good beauty consultant? Because you want to kind of put them in the space
I like
of,
that.
oh, if I were going to, it's, but then, or what do you think would hold you back? Because you want it, those are their objections, the things that they think would make them a good beauty consultant. It's good to, helps them picture themselves in the role. But sometimes I've just asked people, have you ever even thought about starting a business? And they're like, hmm. I literally had one person say, do you think I should? Which of course my answer was no. No, it was,
I
so
also
yeah,
ask a
sometimes just
question,
getting
and
them to
it's
put that in their themselves in that position. Sorry, I interrupted you, Diane.
no. I didn't mean to talk over you. One of the other things that, like, if Mel and I were having a facial, and I really look at her and I'm thinking, man, you know what? I asked God to put people in my path that I think would be amazing at this, and I really think she'd be phenomenal. And I would say to her, so Melanie, does half off, whether you're a hostess or whatever, does half off excite you? And Melanie goes, oh, absolutely. So I'm assuming that everybody would be interested in 50% off. Why would you pay regular price for a sweater if the next rack says half off? Like, hello. So I would say to Melanie, so Melanie, I'm curious. I use the word I'm curious a ton. And I said, Melanie, I'm curious. Aside from the 50% discount, what is appealing to you? And then shut up and be quiet. And she'd go, I don't know. And I'm just going to sit there and look down and look up, and look around. I said, well, what do you think it'd be? She'd go, well, I honestly think I'm a little shy and not very confident. I used to be really confident, but now that I'm home with 3 kids, I feel like I've kind of lost myself. And so, yes, the 50% would be helpful, but I'm thinking I could really use my confidence again. And I'd say, wow, because that she might even get emotional with that answer. Guarantee you that'll be the reason she signs. So if you're willing to do an experiment this next week and share it that way, you'll be amazed at the results. I want to do one thing really quick in closing. Grace Maldonado, you were able to be on the Red Jacket event last night. You went from 0 to 5 team members in a month, and your goal is to have 9 active by the end of this month to go into DIQ. Can you share what it was like to be on the Red event last night? Brand new Red. We haven't even had your Red Jacket debut. We'll be having it next week, but
It was nice. It was nice to hear the inspiration, the stories from the three new directors, and they're all so different. And so hearing their stories, the young girl too, who like she's in
at 20,
college and she's doing this, yes. So it is like it's inspiring because you're like, oh, it is possible. And then also like one of them said something like that they um they lose like sometimes they will feel like giving up or they feel like sometimes like hey this is not the right way we shouldn't be doing this and then they're like afterwards something motivates them and they're like remembering kind of like their why the reason why they're doing it and so they start all over again and it works and that has already happened with me. I mean, I started in October or November, and I had already like let go. And now that I learned like I'm going to be unemployed, I need to figure something to get the income because my mortgages, my kids' tuitions are not stopping, and all the bills. So I'm trying to find ways to. So those are my whys right now. And whenever I feel like, man, all these no's all the time and one of them said that too. Like, don't let some no's just put you down because there's going to be somebody out there that you just never know that is interested. And the one that said that she told her mom about it and she wasn't expecting it. I'm like, oh, I just told my mom too. I just told my mom to join my team, and she's like, yes, I'll join the team for to help you out. So there's the support. And then one of my team members, she's very supportive and she's like, I believe in you and she's excited. So I'm excited to see if I can motivate her to become to start become like a selling because she's doing it for personal use. So all of those things are they were motivational and kind of like, okay, we can continue this. Let's keep it going. I just need to start putting myself more out there and start getting those contacts with leads and yeah, getting Lori's advice and yeah, too bad she doesn't live close by, or else I would be waking up at 6 in the morning with her to
So
go.
what I will share with you, it was so wonderful to see you on there, Grace, and I know you were so excited to be on there. And I think what you told me today was like, they make it seem possible because they were all so different. And you're like, if these women can do this, I can do
Mhm.
this.
It's a
And
story.
so
Yeah,
absolutely. And just every time you go, do I really want to get on the phone, look at your boys that are like 1 and 3 and just, or whatever they are, 1.5 and 2.5, and just say, I'm not going to let someone else raise my voice. I'm going to make this work. I just need to get on the phone or I need to get
yeah,
out of my house. Take your boys. I'd love to borrow your boys. When you have little kids, everybody stops to talk to you. It's like having a
sure.
dog, right, Lori?
Yeah, so that was what I took from the event yesterday. And
Well,
yeah, definitely good.
congratulations. It was very
Yeah,
fun. We'll have your red jacket debut next week. So you guys, your 24-hour challenge is to take one of those texts, and I want you to invite 3 people to jump on tomorrow night's virtual event, the clothing event. Go back up. I'll stay on here if you need me to scroll back up to Carrie's short message or whatever message you want to use. Um, but you want to just have that, and you can get the flyer off of either boards or Facebook. But I will tell you guys, if you have somebody on tomorrow, they have no idea. They think there's going to be like this many people on. They go, oh, there's going to be 10 people on. And when they see there's 300 or 350 or 400 people on, they're like, wait, what? So some of you have team members, like Grace has team members, so does Carrie, that are total personal use. Okay. They're like, well, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to make any money. I'm just here to hang out. You get them on there tonight, and guess what? A spark might happen. Robia, you are an influencer. If you got 3 of your friends who are fashionistas, because I know based on the way you look that you probably have fashionista girlfriends, you get 3 of them, even if they turn their nose up and go, oh, Mary Kay, I don't use Mary Kay, I use La Prairie or whatever. You get them on that event tomorrow. They're going to be impressed with Miranda. They're going to be impressed with the $400 of giveaways. And then they're going to say, so wait, how does this work again? Like, how do I get samples? Now, I will tell you guys, I'm doing a virtual skincare class. If you want to put this down at 6:45 on Thursday night, right after Janice's sharing event, it's for all 15 of the brand new consultants. We have, I think, 18 guests on that I've mailed out packets to. Um, some don't have any people on, and some have a whole bunch. But if anybody just feels a little rusty on how to do a virtual skincare class, you're welcome to jump on. Just stay muted, and I'm just going to zip through the whole class and hopefully get great sales for everybody, as maybe even some new team members. Oh, that's the other thing I was just going to close with. So let's say you want to share the opportunity. You might do something like this is what I did last time. I had a lot of the moisture gel masks. So I wrapped these really cute. They had bows on them at the time. And I put these in the center of the table. And I said, oh, I brought moisture gel masks because they don't come in the starter bag. And anybody who decides to join my team tonight gets to take one home. And I literally had a gal join my team. She goes, do I get the mask? I go, you do. So take something that's not in the kit, like micellar water or satin lips or satin hands, wrap up 2 or 3 of them and just say, oh, well, everybody that joins my team tonight gets to take one of these home as a gift. They have to fill out their agreement. They're at the party. You guys could come home from a party with 2 or 3 recruits. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Um, when I find the video that has completely disappeared on In Touch, I will post it and you all can watch it. It's Jamie Taylor doing Mrs. Cab in a different way than Lori and I did, and Melanie. But I literally can't find it. It was on MK Confident and now it's gone. So anyway. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Carrie, congratulations on your $640 week. Janine, congratulations on your $200 from your 2 clients. And you guys, the My Shop, you are crazy if you don't set up My Shop. Set up My Shop after you've placed your first order. If you're brand new, don't set it up yet. But you're going to get orders like Carrie, who woke up to a 400. She goes, there's $200 in my account. Like, what just happened? Carrie didn't even do anything, but she got a $400 sale. Anybody else want a $400 sale? I do. So make sure you set up your My Shop. All right, you guys, thanks for being on tonight. See you guys all on tomorrow night.